you said we were talking off camera. You said, I want to get something. There's something I want to share with you, and I need to get it off my chest early.
Because that's why I'm looking at you now. Like, why are you going into that? Because I told you we could not talk till I dealt with you.
Okay,
listen. Okay, so let me say this to you. The day I watched Skip Bayless lose himself with you, and that's what he did. He lost himself. And when I watched Skip Bayless say to you, put them goddamn glasses back on, boy. Now, I know he didn't say goddamn and boy, but that's what everybody heard. And I was waiting for you to snatch his ass across that table, baby, and give it to him. I was like, Shannon, this is the perfect time. I don't condone violence.
Right.
I don't say be violent. But that day, I was in my feelings for 2 days. Me and my grandbaby could not watch you for 2 days. And my husband had to say, Mama, let's talk about this. Look at Shannon Sharp. He retired in 2004, but he could still get on that field and run touchdowns, tackles, everything. Had he snatched Skip Bayless across that table, he would have died in Shannon's arms that day.
Right.
So Brother Shay handled that right. Now we can talk. Okay.
And that's a fact. For those of y'all that think that it's always, you know, you got to deal with a certain situation with violence. Yo, it's not always with violence. And trust me, an eye for an eye is not always the way to go. Like, sometimes we got to sit here like, yo, people think, right? When you got people here trying to challenge you, when they trying to sit here and test you, they don't understand. Like, yo, you don't know me. Like, why is you even trying to push my limit? Why is you trying to sit here and just like blow this bomb up that you don't want to explode? And that's how it really is. There's people out here that will make you try to, you know, reach a limit to the point where you got to lay hands on them. But sometimes, you know what? It's not always the answer, because those that think they got more power over you, those that think that, you know, they could do better than you. Hey, go ahead. Be a guest. That's how I feel. Put your feet inside my shoes, then walk a mile in it and come back and holler at me and see if you could do the job that I am doing. Because I don't want to do the job that you're doing, because I know I can't walk a mile in your shoes. I know I can walk a mile in my shoes. But come on, man. When we say shit like that, we the villains. When we say stuff like that, we the bad guys.
I just had to get that off of me, because I know everybody around the world heard what I heard. No, he didn't say them words, but we heard it in his mind, and we was looking for you to say space and opportunity, Skip. Space and opportunity.
That's that be more coming out of you.
You know what? That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me. That's your Aunt Mary coming out of me, baby.
I got an aunt named Mary Nell. Monique, you and her are a spitting image. I remember the very first time I saw you, and my sister and I, we were talking, and my sister looked at me and I looked at her. I said, she's a spitting image of my Aunt Mary. And you are. Hopefully we're going to put pictures up when we run this. So you're from Baltimore.
Yes.
And I read everything that I read. When you were growing up in Baltimore, what did a young Monique want to be?
Just what I'm doing right now, baby.
You dreamed of this.
Just when I tell you, Shannon, from a little girl, I always wanted to be famous.
Okay.
Because I saw the Jackson 5.
Okay.
And I saw people screaming for them and hollering. And I'm like, damn it, I want them to scream and holler for me, but I couldn't sing.
Right.
But I knew somewhere I was going to be famous.
Right.
So I prayed to the universe, just let me be famous. I didn't understand.
You know what's crazy? I never want to become famous, but I've always wanted to become a chef. That's my biggest dream. I want to be a chef, a known chef. Yep. I want everybody to know, yo, I got these skills. You need to try them. But famous, nah. I don't even want to become like Ramsay. Real shit. I just want to become a whole chef. Start a restaurant. You know, get that little permit that whenever something is left over, because there's a permit you got to get, I'm able to sit here and I can just feed the homeless with the rest of the food. And I mean the real homeless.
And what all came with that. As a little girl,
right?
You just see the lights, the glamour, the glitz, and you fall in love with that. So that little girl fell in love with the lights, the glamour, and the glitz. That little girl fell in love with a woman named Oprah Winfrey on a local talk show in Baltimore called People Are Talking. And when I looked at that woman, Shannon, I saw me. I saw a big woman with a big head, big shoulders, and big feet. And I said, if that woman can do that, so can I. So that's what that little girl was thinking about. from Baltimore.
Basically, she said, I saw the female version of Fan Albert. You gotta, listen, man, you gotta have some humor on some real shit. Like, but I get where she's coming from, because it's crazy how when you're a big girl or you're a big guy, you get people have the tendency of bringing them down, talking about them, bullying them, like rejecting them. And me personally, I've always thought that was messed up. Like, yo, man, everybody deserves love. I don't care how big, how small you are, how skinny. Like, I don't care if you're short. I don't care if you're tall. Snaps. I'm 4'11". They say I'm part of the midget community. I don't know about that, but hey, I consider myself. I feel like I'm Shaq. So size to me, that shit is irrelevant.
Baltimore.
Are you the type of person that if you see someone do something one time, that means it can be done again? Because you saw Oprah do it. You say, well, Oprah doing it. Why can't Monique do it?
I think Oprah, when I saw her do it as a little girl, was a push. However, had I not seen Oprah, my dreams would have still been my dreams.
Okay.
But when you see somebody that's inside of that space, because how many big Black women are on TV even now?
Correct.
So back then, you didn't see any big Black women on TV that was doing it. So I think had I not seen her, I would have still wanted to do it. But seeing her, let me say, okay, it's possible. It's right there.
Right. Okay. What was Monique like as a little girl?
What you seeing right now, baby? Ain't nothing.
So
I just listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people in this industry don't like me, right?
Yeah.
They didn't like me as a little girl, Shannon. I'm so used to this shit. People didn't like me because I was going to tell it. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell on you.
As you
so
should.
What you're seeing right now is the same thing you're getting.